Hello and welcome back to the 3D Printing Primary School, otherwise known as the Volumetric Printing channel soon. We're changing name soon. Um, Today, something else than 3D printing. It's a review of a product, I guess. We need emergency radios in general for, stuff can happen. In this case, natural disasters can happen. And in my opinion, every house should need one of these. Uh, the thing is, depending on how much you want to spend, there's different models, but 95% of them, I can assure you, are internally all the same, just the outside is a bit different. They're bigger, look better, have a different LED light or something like that that makes it feel like it's better, or have a digital display, which is, in my opinion, a downside. I'll get to that later. But as I said, 95% of them are essentially the same internals. They're from a company basically that has been working on these radios since the 90s and have made stuff for like Sony, Onkyo, or whatever. You probably heard of them. So there's that. This thing costed me about $10. You can find them in between. I've seen them go for like $7, $5 to $7 on sale, up towards 15. So if you're anywhere in between, in my opinion, this is still worth it. Especially if you can find these or similar ones to these that are in the Dutch stores, for instance, about 50 to 70 euros, which is, in my opinion, just some drop shipping lunacy where they just slap a new badge on it or name. And yeah, that's basically it. And the only thing you have is a assurance of, hey, if it breaks within a year, I can send it to them and I get a new one. And I can assure you this thing will not break in a year because it's so simple, so quote-unquote robust in the sense of what it is. Nothing can really go wrong with it unless you drop it or dunk it underwater. So first of all, this little device is wrapped in some bubble wrap to protect it against the UPS drivers. It has a little manual that you can pause to read. It has some interesting information, one of which is quite important that people have misconceptions about, or is their first comment to these devices. And this is the box that proudly mentions IPX4 waterproof, or resistance in my opinion, a 3 power in, which is true, mobile phone charging, which on this device I would never charge my phone fully. If your device is dead, always charge your phone up until 5%, unplug it, make your call, and if you make the call and you get someone on the line, then you plug it back in and then you charge your phone to keep the talk going. But you want to save as much power as you want into this little device. Getting the power back in, easy peasy. It's just that the amount of power a phone needs is leagues in different than this thing needs. Solar power, hand crank power, and a LED flashlight. It has red, black, and camo green as the colors you can get. It also comes with a flimsy little USB cable that's about this tall. Throw it away, get a better braided one or something like that. That you'll keep in the bag or near this. That's at least my opinion on that one. Other than that, the device itself, I'll get through it quickly. I have my little chopstick. This is the front. It's about 16 centimeters or 160 millimeters wide. I believe that's about 5 inches, I believe. This way it's 50 millimeters. That's about 2 inches, I believe. And this way it's 40 millimeters. That's about, let's see, less than an inch. Well, a bit more than an inch actually. Between 1 and 2 inches. I'd say 1.5 inches, yeah? Size doesn't matter, right? Anyway, in the front you have a grill. That's a speaker. Tuning knob that moves this little red piece in the, tuning, channel selection, I guess. FM, AM with the corresponding FM and AM indication. I keep the little plastic thing on. You should keep it on as well, just to prevent it from scratching. This is a slider switch. You have a tuning indicator and a battery indicator. Tuning indicator will turn green if you're locked onto a channel. On AM specifically, really handy because you will get the green light. You will hear only distortion, but when you fully extend the antenna, and it's a tip by the way, pro tip for free only here. If you extend the antenna fully and you touch it onto a larger metal object, you actually get a better signal because it's working as a bigger antenna. But what you have to do, if it's extended all the way, the antenna, you have to turn it around a bit towards where the station is, and then you get the full signal, so you get the audio that's clear in that sense. This means that if it's faced this way, for instance, that the radio station you're listening to is actually in this direction, because that's how AM works. It's amplitude modulated, not frequency modulated. You can Google that. I'll probably put a link in the description for some extra information if you want to know what it works. But it's AM is a bit more finicky, so you extend it and you have to turn it around a bit to get the right signal, and then probably turn this a bit to really dial in. FM, no issue at all, even with the antenna fully in. You get the perfectly good signal in general. So yeah, I believe inside is the AM. This is actually for the FM, I believe. And the AM has an internal little, well, I think it's somewhere around here, antenna. But if you put this out and, well, put it to something metal, you just get a better signal into that thing. Don't quote me on that, but that's, I believe, how that internally works. As I said, if you get the digital one from this one, I don't recommend it, because if you drop it once and the screen breaks, it's unusable. Whilst with this, you can ding it, scratch it, rip off this entire plate. You'll always know where this red little thing is, so you will always have a good reading. This will light up when it's charging. Let's see if you can see it here. It's red from the light that's charging the battery. Pro tip as well, this solar panel is not meant to charge this device. As the manual states, it's meant to keep the battery topped up. So if you put this in a bag for a long term of time, your battery will drain. It might not be empty, but it will drain. While if you keep this outside of your bag, near it, and the light from outside can hit it from a window, or the lights from your room, because those are usually ample enough to charge it a bit, can keep the battery topped up at 100%, because this is a 0.25 watt panel. So just keep it outside near your getaway bag or whatever, and keep it topped up from this solar panel over there. This is in little light. Click it once, goes on, has a decent range, not really in focus, but it's good enough to just see where you walk or to illuminate a room. Battery time for the lamp only is huge. I didn't even test it. It's so long, because if you swing this little generator for like 5 minutes, you have an hour and a half worth of power essentially. If you keep this pressed in for a few seconds, it will flash the lights and have a really loud buzzer sound, so that emergency services could find you easier. You hold it in, by the way, to turn it off again. This is the volume knob over here, and off button as well. Like if you slide all the way back, it's off. If you click it and go up, it goes on, as you can hear. Or might not. This is the little grommet for the USB power. USB A and C. C is for charging, A is for output, I believe. I don't think the C has an output. I haven't tested it yet. The A output is, I believe, 5 volts, 0.5 amps. Might be a 1 amp, but I believe it's 0.5 amps. I don't have a meter on me. Be sure you always close it fully. You have the little lanyard that you need to always use when you swing the little generator, because if it flings out, you break the thing. You have to swing this at about 120 revolutions per minute to charge properly. And there's the bottom with the feet. So as I said, tiny little device, great features, very robust for what it is. If you're really scared of this, as like, oh, it might not be reliable because it comes from China. Everything comes from China, let's be honest here, or the majority of things. If you're really scared, buy 2 of these, open one up, look at the battery, get a replacement battery, and you're good to go. I would like to open it for you, but I only have one, and I don't want to ruin the quote-unquote IP4X rating for waterproofness. So please forgive me if I get another one of these for whatever reason, they send me one, or I decide to buy one because I feel like it's worth it. I'll open one up and show you the internals. But from what I can see online, from what I've seen other people like opening it or messing with it, or the other devices that are basically the same, just different shells, it's all good components that should last, if not decades. So if you want to pick one up in the link in the description, not affiliated yet, I will put something somewhere if it is. And tell me your idea on it. Tell me if you have a different model or a better model or something that looks similar. And well, just keep the discussion open, and I'll see you guys in another video about some other random stuff I probably purchased, or 3D printing maybe. So have a nice evening, and to the next one. Bye.